Shalom, Yasharala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here topic, which, was stirred up by, another brother's video and then also another video that I happened to see. But nevertheless, this is the spirit that a lot of our people are in, And, people that's newly coming into this, or people who hear about the Israelites, and then they kind of dipping and dabbling, trying to see what's going on with this. One of the main stumbling blocks is the 2/3 being put to death, And when they hear us talking about, on the highways and the byways, you might hear us, speaking on them or whatever, whatnot. It don't sound so nice and so friendly. You know what I'm saying? And they always ask, why do you hate your own people? And the fact of the matter is, it's not that we hate our people. We actually love our people, all right? Them being put to death is us showing, not us showing them love, but that's actually, us saying that is like really us showing them love. Because why? We know that, according to the scriptures, 2/3 are going to be cut off and die, all right? Then they're going to be brought back into the kingdom and they're going to be righteous, all right? So them being put to death on this side now, you know what I'm saying, is not going to do nothing but help them out even more. Their spirit don't want to be wicked. You know what I'm saying? Hey, both our spirits and their spirits, are groaning to be taken up out of this damn hell, man, up out of this here wicked ass body, man. All right. So, but nevertheless, when we speak on these things about the 2/3 being put to death and so on and so forth, a lot of people choke at that, but you have to understand the condition of the fight, man. All right. So just like you about to go to battle and go to war. All right. Or not even that, man. You got some people that's surrounding your house, finna come in and rape, rob, and pillage your house and your family and shit like that. Who do you want beside you? Somebody that's going to be feeble or whatever, whatnot, that might jump sides and shit. Like, you know what? I don't actually see no problem with them people over there. I'm kind of cool with them. They ain't never did shit to me. They trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, but see, once they, get rid of me, they're going to come after your ass next. Because of the fact that our people, they don't think that they're being oppressed by Esau, which they really are. Everything, man. First of all, the air that you breathing, the water you drinking, you being indoctrinated in school with your children, they being vaccinated. They're not telling you the Israelites, they working you damn near to death and you don't got nothing here. All right. So all these different things, you know what I'm saying? And in none of these situations did anybody call anybody no nigga. So just because they ain't in your face calling you no nigga or no shit like that don't mean that they ain't being racist. All right. They could be, you know what I'm saying? They have their hatred towards you by, controlling where you live, controlling the type of jobs that you have, making sure that you stay poor, denying your applications for loans and whatever, whatnot, which these are all the curses that we under. But nevertheless, our people like to think that we're not under, we don't have no enemy. All right. And now this is the type of shit that get you all fucked up. Now we about to go into a battle. All right. Esau, like the scriptures say, devils come down to you having great wrath. All right. And Jacob's trouble, which, I'll do a different video on that as well, too. Jacob's trouble is for these goddamn 2/3, man, that need to be put to death. All right. Because why? Look, we about to, like I said, we about to go through this here battle. The Lord is about to translate the kingdom and give the kingdom into the saints of the Most High. All right. Which is the elect, starting with the 144,000 going to the 1/3. 2/3 has got to die because when we going in this transition, they old bum ass want to still stick it out with the so-called white man. They don't think that he's the goddamn enemy. They want to love him all damn day. They want to look at us like we the enemy. But we didn't know, we didn't bring ourselves over here on no cargo slave ships and beat ourselves and lynch ourselves and barbecue ourselves and shit like that, castrate ourselves. We didn't do no shit like that to ourselves, man. We didn't move ourselves into the ghettos and keep ourselves in poverty and go to any ghetto, any hood, any barrio, whatever, whatnot, and ask any of them people, hey, bro, if I could give you the financial means to move the fuck up out of this hood, would you move out of this hood? They'd be like, hell yeah. If you was to go and offer them like, yo, if you could have any job in the world, would you keep the job that you have now or would you get a better paying job? You see what I'm saying? We don't put ourselves in these conditions, man. All right, it's the so-called white men that do this shit to us, man. All right, but yet our people don't think that that's our enemy or that's the number one threat, man. But yet and still, these same ass, soft-ass motherfuckers is out here crying and sighing every time, these so-called unarmed jakes be being gunned down, but ultimately it's the judgment of the Most High. They like to say, oh, my son was a good son, or he was a good guy, my daughter, they ain't deserve this or whatever, whatnot, And so, you have, 2/3 of our men, you know what I'm saying, is got this simp ass spirit on them. They want to follow after the women, and ultimately this all leads back to the women, all right? Because the women is the ones that's ruling over our people right now, man. All right, no matter how you want to look at it, oh, why you always blaming women? Well, how come this whole goddamn generation was raised up without their fathers in the household? All right, because when they was pushing the women's liberation movement and the civil rights movements and shit like that, all right, that's when they started giving out welfare and Section 8 and shit like that, benefits for the woman if she was to get rid of the man out the household. And she took that bait, man, going back to Adam and Eve, man. All right, you shall not surely die, but you shall be as gods. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do all this here work. What the fuck you mean you got to go to work and listen to this nigga? You could be the head of the household and we'll give you a check. You want to have babies, we'll pay you for every goddamn baby that you have, man. You see what I'm saying? So she bit the apple like back in the days, and now look at us, man. All right, every time there's some little young jank boy running around doing some kind of calamities or whatever, whatnot, the first question they always ask is, where is his father at? You see what I'm saying? But then in the same mouth, the mamas be like, oh, I'm a single mother, and they walk around as this is a token of pride or something like that, man. Oh, I can be a mother and a father. I got to be both of them, so on and so forth. But then when this little monster go out and go be a little goddamn heathen and shit, they always like to say, well, where is his father at? Maybe if his father was in the household. This is all happening because the fathers aren't in the household. True enough, you're absolutely right. It's happening because the fathers aren't in the household. Why are the fathers not in the households? Because the woman took the damn bait and decided they was going to live off of Esau and get Esau's perks by kicking their man out the house, their main defense, all right? Now, these women are having, they having boys and girls, but then they raising up these little boys to be simps and soft as hell, not to actually be men. So, ultimately, all this is going back onto the women, man. All right, so I'm going to show a couple different video clips, all right? And we're going to just get into this here, into some scriptures, man. All right? Now, this is from your boy Sadnetta TV, or Sadnetta from Sadnetta TV or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And this was, I don't know, this is an old video, but I just happened to come across it. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, this is some shit that we could both agree on. You know what I'm saying? This is just like one of the few things that we actually agree on. You know what I'm saying? We both know who the fuck our enemy is, man. And just look at that, man. We on two different sides of the spectrum, man. All right, now we all Israelites. We Israelites, Sadnetta and them Israelites, Polite, all them niggas is Israelites, right? But nevertheless, they don't want to, how do I say? They don't want to claim their Israelite heritage. They want to believe that they are Egyptians, all right, or Hamites, which we not Africans at all, all right? These people, they just, because they can see the richness of Africa and the rich history that Africa had when we was there, they want to cleave onto that, all right? That's all that it is. But if they was to see and realize that Israel was way greater than that, the Israelites made Egypt great, just like the Israelites made America great. Think about America without slavery. Where would America be if there was no slavery, man? In fact, the Native Americans would still be here because the Native Americans is the ones who taught the so-called white man how to goddamn farm and survive on this here land. So, had he would have not came over here, let's just say the natives was never even over here, which they're Israelites. If the natives wasn't even already over here, all right, when the so-called white man came over, he would have died off in the first winter, and then he wouldn't have been over here. All right, so just think about it. And where would America be if it wasn't for Israel? All right, for the Israelites here. All right, America wouldn't be this goddamn country that it is. It was built up off of slavery and hundreds of years of free labor, man. All right. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Our people, them people over there in the House of Consciousness and all that, they want to follow the Hamitic doctrines because that's what they see. They want to go and cleave into this shit that's golden and shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll go and go get a car that's been shined up or whatever, whatnot. It look good on the outside. It's all shined up, this and that. You know what I'm saying? And they'll overlook the car that's out there kind of dirty, dusty. You know what I'm saying? The paint chipping off of it or whatever, whatnot. They'll look over that car, you know what I'm saying? And they'll look at the so-called nicely painted, shiny car or whatever, whatnot, But they'll never consider, let me look under the hood of the cars and see which car is actually, worth some shit, Because they could have went and got a car that was flooded out in the flood or burnt to death or whatever, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And repainted the goddamn car. But the car don't work. The car don't even got an engine in there. But the other car with the fucked up paint job, you know what I'm saying, it's dirty and shit like that. It's an older car or whatever, whatnot. That car got a brand new engine in it. It's got a whole other million miles it can go, man. You know what I'm saying? So our people like to go into the so-called shiny things, you know what I'm saying? And I make that analogy because, look, the heritage of Israel is kind of like dirty and rusty right now, whatever, whatnot. But look, it's actually got a good pumping heart in it. That motor inside of it is a good motor. It's going to last forever, man. All right, boy, you over there looking at the shiny thing of Egypt and Babylon here in America. Oh, this shit's going to fade away, man. All right, it ain't got no motor inside that damn car. It's not going to really go nowhere, man. It's just going to sit there and rot away, man. But Israel, all right, because, looking at this analogy with these cars, man, all right, the person realized this car's got the engine and it's going to work. All right, well, if the insides of the car is working, we're going to fix up the outside, man. This is no big deal. But why would you want to fix up the outside of a car where the inside of the car don't work? You don't go and investing in hooking up no goddamn car where there ain't no motor, no transmission in that bitch. You see what I'm saying? The same way You know what I'm saying? These people are trying to put life into Egypt, some shit that the Most High destroyed way early off, man. All right, but nevertheless, here's something that we can both agree on, all right?
What is an enemy? A lot of our women out there don't know who the enemy is. She is the first teach, the first nourish. So if she don't know who the enemy is, brothers and sisters, how is she?
Now, that's some deep shit talking about, especially in this society, you know, because we all being raised by single mothers and shit. She's the first teacher, man. So everything that your child is growing up doing and everything that, you know what I'm saying, was going on, the fact that our people are all lost, that's why I said it's all go back to our women, all right? Because the men's was kicked out of the household, all right? Some men already know, man. Jake Mills know, just it's instinctively known inside of them that the goddamn white man is the damn devil, man. We already know, man. We already know to watch that motherfucker over there, man, because that motherfucker plotting and plotting and strategizing on your ass how he can devour you, man. We already know this instinctively on the inside, man. But it's the goddamn so-called it's the Israelite woman really who want to walk hand in hand with the goddamn enemy, man. Now he ain't our enemy. Our biggest enemy is our own people, man. The black man is our enemy. They the ones out here killing each other up over some drugs and shit. Well, who brought the drugs and who fucked up our economy so we can't eat? And who put guns in our neighborhoods and taught us how to do this shit, man? All right, it was the so-called white man that taught us how to do all this shit, man. All right, and took our resources and gave us drugs instead, man. When you go back to the history where these cocaine and heroin and all these things come from, was all scientifically made by the so-called white man and brought in by the so-called white man, and still to this day brought in by the so-called white man, all right, and pushed into Jake neighborhoods, all right? But nevertheless, you know, again, off of what homeboy saying, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the woman in this society now is the first teacher to children. She's the one that's raising up our little boys and our little girls. So, like in the next video, I'm going to show you going to have a simping ass Israelite man, all right, acting like a bitch ass nigga, man, all right? That shit go back to homegirl, his mama and shit. His mama's the one, you know, you got to forgive him, you know, so on and so forth. But see, they teach that to forgive, but they only really talking about Esau. Nobody mama ever told you, be nice to the so-called white man, forgive the so-called white man, but be an asshole to your brethren, all right? But that's the curses that we under, you know what I'm saying? But also, these are the things that they instill into our minds by taking us to goddamn church, bowing down to the so-called white man, all right, that image, that's psychological warfare on us, man. We'll never, as long as we see our God in the image of a so-called white man, we would never equate him as being our goddamn enemy, because we still, if we how do you say, we, for lack of a better term, we're a spiritual people, all right? So if we think, you know what I'm saying, we actually fear the Most High, you know what I'm saying, to some degree, you know what I'm saying, you got 2/3 that really don't give a fuck, but hey, they 2/3. But nevertheless, we have some kind of degree in that. So nevertheless, when we see the so-called image of the white man being as our God, we equate the damn white people that we walking around as our God. That's why we don't be fucking with them like that, man. All right? You don't ever see Jake rolling up and robbing Esau and shit like that. I mean, nowadays you're starting to see that happening. That's the curses turning on his ass. But in generalization, you don't ever see no shit like that, man. You don't see Jake you don't ever see Jake rolling up in a goddamn dunk, stunting on Esau in a goddamn Benz or no shit like that, or Esau in a Honda Accord, like, yeah, fuck nigga, look at my rims bigger than your rims. But Jake go do that to Jake, man. Jake over here trying to rob, plan, plot, and strategize how to pop inside of another Jake a window or whatever, whatnot. All right, but not really on Esau. All right, so it's instilled inside of us because we worship and bow down to that so-called white image of who the world even calls Jesus Christ, that we'll never think of the so-called white man as our enemy. And who is the main one bringing us into the churches? We don't go to church with our fathers and shit like that. We go to church with our mamas, our aunties, and our grandmas. All right, so no matter how you want to look at it, goddamn, as long as women is ruling right now, all right, that's who the fuck is raising up our children. That's who this shit's going back on, man. All right, and this is what's going on. But ultimately, this is going to be the reason why 2/3 of our people going to be put to death. All right, and a lot of you goddamn women are going to be put to death, man. All right, because you don't even see the goddamn enemy. All right, like the Cat Williams joke, you know what I'm saying? Talking about he had a joke talking about, basically roughly paraphrasing, like, you know, to white people, when you see niggas get up and run, you get up and run. You know what I'm saying? Or it might have been Cedric the Entertainer. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, grab Keisha and grab so on. You know, let's start running. We don't ask no questions. We don't, you know, because common sense say, shit, these motherfuckers running, I need to run too, right? Esau, and he put it in there. Esau turned and started running to the trouble. Well, what's going on here? Let me go and investigate. Boom, 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 boom. Because he don't believe that there's trouble over there, right? Same with our goddamn women. They running right into the hands of the fucking enemy. Don't even realize that that's the fucking enemy. You know what I'm saying? But then she'll look at us as the goddamn enemy. You know what I'm saying? We out on the highways and the byways preaching and teaching our people what's going on. And then we got to hear the rebuttals from 2/3 of our men because they was raised up to be soft as hell by their goddamn mamas and shit because of the shit that they put into their minds. All right? Now I'm gonna let this here video play.
Gonna teach our children out there don't know who the enemy is. She is the first teach the first. What is an enemy? A lot of our women out there don't know who the
Ultimately, 2/3 of our people.
enemy is. She is the first teach the first nourish. So if she don't know who the enemy is, brothers and sisters, how is she going to teach our children? How can she? And black woman out there is lost. Not all of them.
So if our women don't know who our enemy is, all right, and she's the head of the household, how can she then accurately and appropriately teach her children who the fuck the enemy is to defend themselves against, man? All right? You got the blind leading the blind, man. This is why, man, well, it's all according to scripture, but, man, this is why people is getting devoured like a motherfucker right now, man. All right?
Now, there's a lot of them that is lost out there. One civil enemy, one who hates and wishes to injure another. Two, a nation or force hostile towards another. So we need to get our women back. Do you see the white man as your enemy? That's the first question I'm going to ask you.
Now, to show you the spiritual mind fuck that's going on right here, if you notice, every time they ask this question, you can try to say the same shit, you know, as an experiment. Walk around to Jake and ask them the same fucking question, and you'll notice every single time you ask them the question, before they answer the question, unless they, you know, in the truth or somewhat got that spirit on them, you know, you come across some men, some older Jake men, they'll probably be like, hell yeah, the white man, the damn devil. But really, 2/3 of our people, you'll see this spiritual mind fuck that happens. All right, every time you ask them the goddamn question, they look around first. All right, showing you that they in fear that God is watching them. All right, they're like, oh shit, if I answer this the wrong way, God gonna strike me down and kill me. Meaning the so-called white man. All right, here it is again. You can see it in multiple other instances.
Or force hostile towards another. So we need to get our women back. Do you see the white man as your enemy? That's the first question I'm going to ask you. Do you see the white man as our number?
Trying to be all nonchalant, turn off to the side, laughing and giggling it off. Oh shit, they didn't put me in a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you ask anybody who did something, if they did the shit and they actually did it, like, man, what you talking about, cuz? what you mean? Like, yeah, I seen you over there. What you was over there doing, cuz? You over there, you know, was you over there stealing or some shit? You like, man, what you talking about? What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? When they guilty, that's what happens, man. All right?
One enemy on the planet Earth.
Our and black people as a whole?
Yes.
No.
You don't see the white man an enemy to your black man right here.
And you see her husband, he's lost as fuck. He's like, what the fuck, bitch? You see what I'm saying? Jake men, even when they lost for the most part, you know what I'm saying, still knows he over here holding his tongue back because he served his woman. You see what I'm saying? Because the woman is over the head of every goddamn thing here, right? But nevertheless, he looking at his woman like, bitch, if I could say some shit right now, I'd put your ass in subjection right now. Hell yeah, the so-called white man is our goddamn enemy. Who the fuck is vaccinating your child? Who the fuck is indoctrinating your child in these school systems? Who the fuck is shooting your children down, man? All right? It's the so-called white man doing this shit, man. Who the fuck has got you broke crying every fucking night, going to church every Sunday asking Jesus for some fucking money and shit? Who got you like that, man? It ain't the so-called black man. You ain't in debt to us for shit. You see what I'm saying? You might owe us some sugar or some shit like that. Let me borrow some sugar. I'll bring it back. You know what I'm saying? That's the only shit that you in debt to us about. But the so-called white man, hey, man, you owe him for every goddamn thing. That's why you get up every goddamn day and work 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking jobs because he the one got his foot around your neck. But you don't think that that's your enemy, man. All the hell that you're going through in your whole life, everything that's troubling you in your life is because of this motherfucker. But yet you don't think that that's your enemy. And she says, black people as a whole? Who the fuck is killing black people as a whole? The so-called white man, all right?
The enemy. No.
Oh, okay. How you doing, first of all? I'm fine. Do you see the white man, the enemy to our babies, to the black man?
Oh, goodness. I don't want to answer that.
Oh,
You see what I mean? Oh, goodness, I don't want to answer that. What the fuck are they afraid of? They're around nothing but Jake. You see what I'm saying? But they're afraid to say that. But then these same ass people see some Klan ass shit. Oh, fuck them niggers, kill niggers. Oh, this is so racist. This is so wrong. They'll say that about that, but then they scared. Even when they're around their own people, they acknowledge the so-called white man as their oppressor, man. They know what the fuck is going on. And another thing, these are all predominantly elderly women. Not to say old women, but these ain't like no 25-year-old, 30-year-olds. 21-year-old, 18-year-olds, younger ones that's probably ain't actually lived enough to be, actually oppressed like that by Esau. But nevertheless, these are all older women that should be like, you know what? I done went 45 years and I realized this motherfucker is the damn devil, man. I realize it now, man. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, you start seeing certain shit, man. You know what I'm saying? When you talk to elderly so-called black people, they'll tell you flat out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know with my grandma, right? She, be in a church all the damn time or whatever, whatnot. And she actually worked and served white people, right? You know what I'm saying? Because they in the backwoods, Georgia, they still do it the same way from way back in the olden days, man. Cleaning the house and shit like that and so on and so forth. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We get around, we start talking about certain things, whatever, whatnot, and we just start going down that damn rabbit hole. And then she'll just, yeah, the white man is the devil. Ooh, these people, and so on and so forth. She know, man. All right, the elderly of our people, they know because they had the experience. They done went through and seen all this shit, man. All right, but as long as you so close up on it, you don't really see it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know what I'm saying, got a record deal or some shit like that, or you getting some so-called money, you won't see it until you stand back and be like, damn. It's like if you selling drugs, selling crack. Free Ray Ricky Ross, man, when he was selling crack, he was getting money. He was living it up. All them old big-time drug dealers, you know what I'm saying? They was all getting money, living a high life. Everything was all good. But then they look back and be like, you know what? I didn't destroy, me getting rich or whatever, whatnot, at the cost of what? Destroying my neighborhood, killing off my own family and generations. This whole neighborhood used to be nice and thriving. People had jobs. Now they all crackheads. I was living good for a moment, but it's now time to progress, and I stand back and look at what happened to my neighborhood. Everybody's is junkies. Everybody is crackheads now, man. All right, what I was doing was destroying my goddamn community, but it had to take him the time to progress and for him to stand back to be able to see that, all right? And so the same thing with, for a lot of our younger people, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like a little kid in like the 2nd, 3rd grade, he may face some racism, but it's not going to be like as if he was, of driving age, a young Jake boy, you know what I'm saying, at driving age or whatever, whatnot, going to probably, well, he'll definitely see a lot more racism than, somebody in the 2nd or 3rd grade, all right? Because why? First time he get pulled over by the police, he going to see it. The first time he go and apply for a job, he going to see it. You know what I'm saying? In all these different times and scenarios, they're going to have plenty of opportunity to be able to experience this here situation, right? Let me let some more of this play.
Come on. I want to ask you a question. Look at them. Do you see white people our number one enemy? Yes or no? Huh? Why you don't see the white man an enemy to your black man? You do got a black man, don't you? Okay, so you don't see the white man as
looking around the corner, scared as fuck, shook. That's what I'm saying, bro. As long as y'all bowing down to that goddamn white image, this is the damn demon that's over top of you, man. Looking around scared and shit. Oh, God. Oh, God, if I say the white man's the damn devil, Jesus might pop up and just goddamn kill me. All right?
threat to your black man? Hell yeah.
Yes, but that's not the only threat.
Come on now, you gotta answer me.
That's the second thing. Yeah, he's a threat, but that ain't the only threat. Our biggest threat is such and so forth. Our number one priority, if we got rid of the so-called white man, everything else will fall in order, man. You wouldn't have so-called black-on-black crime because all that shit stemmed from the so-called white man. All right, again, taking the resources out of our neighborhoods, like Compton, right? I believe it was George Bush went to Compton High. Back in those days, Compton was a goddamn white neighborhood, all right? But then what did they do? They started moving Jake over into that area, all right? And then what did they do after that? Free Ricky Ross around them times, you know what I'm saying? They started introducing, you had the Crips and the Bloods, you know what I'm saying? Well, they weren't really Bloods at that time. It was, the Crips and the Pyrus or whatever, whatnot, all right? And these people was really policing their own neighborhoods because the so-called white man was being a damn devil. But then what did the so-called white man do? He went in and infiltrated the street gangs, all right, turned them out to be violent, introduced drugs into the neighborhood, and dropped off guns in the neighborhood. They'll tell you, Free Ricky Ross tell you, when I was real younger, we used to have, the old revolvers, and then such and such happened after this certain time frame. They came out with, they had the street sweepers, the machine guns, and so on and so forth. It became a killing ground. Niggas don't got no shit like that. We don't got no goddamn machine gun factories. We don't know how to make that shit. You know what I'm saying? Jake be seeing this shit on TV, be holding a gun sideways, think that that's how to really fucking shoot a gun and shit. You know what I'm saying? They go out there to do that shit for real, beat them broke their goddamn wrists. Don't even know no better, right? See what I'm saying? But, but they, they think that, that ain't our only problem. We have, he's a problem, but not the only problem. Like, nah, all of our problems would be fixed if we served the Most High, because Esau is a curse that was brought upon us for as a punishment, basically, all right?
Before you leave. Come on, be honest, just be real. Oh, you don't think so? So you don't see the white man as our enemy? But But you don't see the white man as your enemy today, sister? No. Look, do you see the white man as our number one enemy today? Be honest, be real. You don't see the white man? Okay, but you don't see him as an enemy.
Not at all.
All right, well, the question is, do you see the...
Look at this. Happy as fuck, proud as fuck, busted as fuck, man. But lost, walking dead, man. This is why we get mad at 2/3 of our people. Not really mad at them, but we like, yo, these niggas need to be put to death, man. The Lord finna come back and put these niggas in the chains and shit, man. But yet and still you want to walk around, no, he ain't the problem. No, he good. You want to keep going with your oppressor like, yo, Yahweh Shai's finna come and do a glorious work for your ass, but yet and still you think that he ain't no problem. So you ain't gonna appreciate what Yahweh Shai's doing. Meaning you don't appreciate the sacrifice he made on the goddamn cross. You rather just sit here and stay like this, man. All right?
White man, an enemy to our people. The white man, is he a number one enemy to the black youth in the community? Like you know, the white people that you see.
No, they're not a threat to me.
So you don't think the white man is a threat to our people?
To me, not.
What if you was...
The fact that you dumb as fuck and don't even know the history about what's going on, that is a threat to you already. He done brainwashed your ass, man. All right, off rip.
See a white boy and Brother Sutek over here make the white man bow down for what his ancestors have done. Would you think he's being racist towards that individual? Yeah. So he's...
Now, this is also in the scriptures. We bring this out all, we used to bring this out all the time about how they're going to come and lick the dust up off of our feet. All right, you can read this in, Revelation 3 and 9. You can also read that in Isaiah 60. All right, talking about how they're going to come bowing down unto us, man. That's in the scripture. That's what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is doing for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? That's what he's going to do. He's going to make these goddamn elite Edomites, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, all these elite motherfuckers like that. He going to let us bond them in chains and bring their ass into slavery. These niggas is finna bow down and kiss our feet, man. This is what the elite's going to do, man. And sometimes when we be out there in the highways and the byways preaching, you know what I'm saying, actual Edomites, you know what I'm saying, they'll actually come and bow down and kiss our feet, man. That's what the scriptures say, man. But yet and still, again, what are they really saying? Nah, we don't want shit that the Lord finna give us. Well, fuck him. Fuck him completely, man. Fuck the shit that he did on the cross. You know what I'm saying? We don't want shit that he finna bring us. That's what they saying. Nah, the white man ain't the problem. We don't want the Lord to come and take him away from us. Nah, you died for us on the cross to take the white man away from us, to redeem us out of this captivity. Fuck that. We want to stay here. That's what these niggas is saying, man. That's what these niggas, they the same niggas who said that back in the day. Nah, let his blood be on us and on our children. These are the same ass people, man, right here. These are the same people, bro.
And racist towards that white man?
To that person, yeah.
You gotta see the level of fear in these black people's faces. I don't want to talk about these Negroes' faces, right? When we ask them a question about the white man, ain't even no white people around, and they're afraid to talk about it. So you saying that this shit is so deeply programmed, embedded in their psyche? It's that Willie Lynch. And y'all want to talk about Willie Lynch? Willie Lynch is real. You understand what I'm saying? And it's...
No, these curses is real. You know, yeah, we understand about Willie Lynch, but these curses is really real, bro. 2/3 of our people being blinded is really real, bro. That's why they're going to be put to death according to prophecy, man.
Evident right now. We're trying to stop our black sisters and ask them a question. And they refuse to even look at us, look our way.
And a quick way to, not to say a quick way to fix this in the carnal sense, because we know that this is all going to be fixed through salvation. But nevertheless, again, why everybody's harping on the woman is because the women is ruling this shit right now. But if the women was stop telling their children that the so-called white man wasn't a damn enemy, if they was telling them, like, look, the so-called white man is the devil, that's your enemy, we got to do such and so forth, these are the tactics he's using against us, they would raise their children up. So now the children, the little girls don't want to be so-called independent. The dudes don't want to be sitting around here not just, nah, I don't need no wife, money over bitches. You know what I'm saying? Hey, YOLO. They wouldn't be having these fucked up ass philosophies, this Babylon juice poured down their goddamn throat, and they would be walking together as a unit in righteousness, serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, but yet and still, as long as they don't see the so-called white men as their enemy, they're gonna keep going to church and bowing down to that white image, who they call Jesus Christ, man. All right, serving their damn enemy, and they'll still have this fucking spell on them, like homeboy going into. Even though the white man ain't around, they still want to act like that he's right there over them. It's like you talking about drugs or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, cuz, I got, you want to buy some drugs? Hey man, you want to buy some drugs? Cause the police over there, right? Hey man, hey, come over here. Let me talk to you real quick. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like that when the police over there, right? Because you don't want the police to hear your ass. But if, let's just say you walking through the fucking desert and ain't nobody around, you're going to just be talking regularly because ain't nobody, the police ain't around. Like, yeah, man, I got some drugs for you right here. Yeah, we going to fly some cocaine in or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You're not worried about nobody hearing you because you're in a fucking desert. Ain't nobody around. Same thing here. This is why they looking around as if, like I was using the analogy, they talking about drugs and the police, you know, you trying to make a drug transaction in the middle of a police precinct. You know what I'm saying? That would be the equivalent. That's what they acting like they walking around. But this is the mind fuckery of this goddamn image, all right?
Understand or even acknowledge us with now, of course, like, now, real, we out here. Is that possible?
They've been the number one enemy forever.
Okay. Question, sister?
Yes.
This is very important. Do you see the white man the number one enemy to our people today? Is that possible?
They've been the number one enemy forever.
Okay.
That's the spirit I was talking about. When you see a lot of these elderly people, you know what I'm saying? They don't think like this in the beginning, but once they get a lot older and they got kids and grandkids and they seen these things going on from generation to generation and things ain't changed, they understand, you know, that that's our fucking enemy. All right?
All right. I need you. You look like an intelligent black woman. That's your good question. What was your question, family? What's the question? They gonna take my time. You see, we was white boys with our family out here. These black women would stop. We see all their teeth. We ask them for their information. They give us all their information. And yet,
Exactly. That's exactly what it would be like. You know what I'm saying?
two black brothers approaching them very respectfully. All right.
Check this out.
Now, see, this is what we're talking about. You see, they running right there. They running real bad. See that? Do you see Europeans? Do you see European people the enemy of African people or black people?
Not necessarily. I think it's all on an individual basis.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's all on an individual basis. Right. Yeah, individual nation, these Edomites. All right?
No wonder you feel that way. Do you see white people as enemy to our people today? I'm talking to you. I'm asking you a question.
Got real retarded. She heard the question, laughed at it, and then looked at him like, I'm pretending like he don't even see me. You know what I'm saying? This is the fuckery I be talking about.
People in general. What's up, brother? Huh? Say that again. Black people are the enemy? Okay. Thank you. That's it. Excuse me, how you doing? Can I ask you one question, sister? We're doing a survey with nothing but black women today, and this is educational. I just want to ask you one question. I walk with you. Do you see the white man as an enemy to our people today? All white people. You don't see the white man as an enemy or threat to our black men? Okay, thank you. Do you see the white...
And they wonder why they ain't got no man. Every last one of them probably, well, I ain't gonna say every last one, because one of them did have a man, but that's why a lot of them don't have no damn man. Because why? They all want to try to take the so-called white man side when a man is being oppressed and don't want to listen to him. Oh, nigga, pick yourself up, man. Whatever, it ain't like that. You can go get whatever type of job, or you'll look down on them all. Nigga, you need to get a better job. Well, bitch, we under these curses. It's not going to just work like that. I could be highly intelligent, fully capable of doing this goddamn job, but I still have to have him allow me to come work on that job. You see what I'm saying? So if that's going to always be the case, this is why we always broke, man.
white man as a threat?
Hell, damn near everything that you hate about your man, the fault is of the so-called white man. So when you say that you hate the so-called black man, you really saying you hate the so-called white man because he the one programmed to put your man in that position. But yet and still you don't think that that's the enemy. The reason you can't have a good relationship with your man is because of the so-called white man, but yet you don't think that that's your enemy. The reason you single, crying at night, doing all kind of extra shit, your kids ain't got no man around the household to raise them up, is all the fault of the so-called white man, but he ain't the enemy. Your whole life is fucked up right now. You don't even...
To our brothers and sisters today. No. You don't see the white man as a threat to him? That's your man? Yes. You don't see him as a threat to him?
As a threat? No. He's a black man. He's strong. He shouldn't be threatened by no one else.
If he's strong, he shouldn't be threatened by nobody else. That one individual, Jake, ain't got no fucking might against the whole fucking system here, man. From the fucking police system, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we ain't afraid of the police, but yet and still we know that the police got power and authority over our asses. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be scared of the police or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Hell, majority of Jake ain't scared of the police, but when they get pulled over and shit, real Jake men know, like, shit, you know what I'm saying? This is coming out in the news, man. This motherfucker can plant drugs on me at any point in time, and if he do that shit, then I'm gonna go to jail, and it's my word against his word, man. You know what I'm saying? You see how they be throwing us from the ground, stop resisting, so on and so forth. Be like, nah, man. It ain't because you fear him or whatever, whatnot. Nah, bro, it's not that you fear him or whatever, whatnot. He shouldn't fear him if he's strong. This is not, nah, bro. You got a whole system against you, man. All right, they can sit there, the IRS, man. You might not be scared of the goddamn government, but at the swipe of a pen, these motherfuckers can garnish your wages, child support, all these different things, man. And it's not that you so-called afraid, oh man, this shit's finna come get me. But just knowing that this here has power over you, man. You in subjection, you in slavery here, man.
I don't live my life
But
over
Negro,
what?
and the white man is your enemy.
And I don't live my life like
the white man is your enemy. Remember that. I want you to say it. Say it for me. The white man is your enemy.
She's mad. She don't believe that. She don't want to live her life like that. This is the delusion. If you don't want to live like that, believe like that, whatever, whatnot, have a young, so-called black son or whatever, whatnot. Let him get about 16 and start driving around in a nice car and different size of time. Like I know where my grandma lived, right? Out from the country. Yo, you can't be driving no nice new car out there as being a young Jake Mel. You will get pulled over and they will search the fuck out your car and try to find something on you. Trust me, I know from personal experience. Driving my grandmama's car out there, man. No, you can't drive my car. They're going to pull you over out here or whatever, whatnot. And they don't even allow her to buy no brand new car out there, man. They'll go and buy a car, all right, and then they'll put a couple miles on it and then give it to her used just so she don't have a brand new nice car out there, man. These are the people, like when my grandma lived in the backwoods of Georgia, man, they still got the Klan and shit out there. For real, bro. You see what I'm saying? We know. I grow up around that shit. I know for a first-hand fact, these motherfuckers are still out there doing the same ass shit, man. All right? But yet and still, no, I don't live my life like that. I don't want to live in fear. This is a spirit that's on our people. Don't put that negativity on me. Don't do this. Yo, just like Sandra Bland, she might not have wanted to live her life like that in that kind of fear. They didn't want that type of negativity on her. But guess what? The so-called white man showed her she wasn't shit but a nigga in a coop when he goddamn pulled her ass out, beat her ass, and took her ass to jail and wound up killing this bitch, man. That was righteous judgment because she didn't realize that she was in the face of the fucking enemy, man. You see what I'm saying? You over here bucking up against the enemy when you supposed to agree quickly with your adversary to get it the fuck up out of there, man. You see what I'm saying? But nah, that ain't my enemy, whatever, whatnot. I ain't in this and that to your ass. But this will be the same fucking bitch that'll get slapped the fuck up by the so-called white man and, oh, what an atrocity. We need to stand up where the black man at. They need to stand. Ain't no black man gonna stand up for your bitch ass because why? You don't even think that he's the fucking enemy when he over here plowing us down. You think, nah, it ain't nothing wrong. She just said that she don't think that the so-called white man is the enemy unto her man. But let some shit happen to her, she gonna be calling her man to go out to defend her against the so-called white man. See what I'm saying? But yet and still, the women is the head of the household here, man. You see what I'm saying? If the homeboy decide he want to start preaching that the so-called white man is the devil and he gonna go into slavery, I guarantee you 10 times out of 10 this woman will leave him. Oh no, I don't want to live like that. So on and so forth. You on some other bullshit. But then wait till her ass get, arrested, wrongfully arrested, gang raped, beat up, whatever by the fucking police or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Let her just get wrongfully evicted. Let them take some money out of her bank account, fuck up some shit, let her get overdrafted, and they don't try to fix the problem. She'll be cussing them out. Fuck them, these people, fuck this system, fuck whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But yet and still, right here, right now, she, make every excuse that they are friends.
Say it one time. Say it one time. Don't be scared. He ain't around. Come on. Come on. How you see the white man as a number one enemy to our people today? Yes or no? You don't see the white man as an enemy to the children, to black kids?
No.
Okay, thank you. Do you see the white man an enemy and a threat to your king right there? You don't see him as an enemy to your king? No. To black children?
We can hold our own. We don't let nobody take over us.
Thank you, sister.
And that's another train of thought that they have. We can hold our own. We don't need this and that. But all right. So why don't you tell this to all these people getting gunned the fuck down and shit, whatever, whatnot, when Esau coming down on Jake like that, man, and you really ain't got no might in your hand to do nothing about it, man. All right, because why? If there was some kind of September 11th, man. You see how these Edomites ganged up on those Ishmaelites after some attack happened. Now let us go do some shit like that, man. And the Dylan Roof situation, we was like, nah, fuck that. We don't need the police to catch him. We'll go catch him, and we're going to torture him and his fucking family. All of America will be up in an uproar. Oh, no, you can't do that. That's wrong. That's hatred. Whatever, whatnot. But the so-called white men do it the opposite way, man. What was that dude, something Dorner? He was a police officer, but he was exposing the corruptness of the Esau, and they bullshit. They want to burn this man to death inside this goddamn house, man. They ain't bringing him to justice.
Do you see white people as an enemy to black people? No. Oh, not even to black babies or nothing like that?
I mean, certain people are assholes, but I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't see them as a threat or an enemy towards you.
No,
or towards black people. Okay, thank you, sister.
You're welcome.
Sister, can I ask you one question? Do you see white people a threat to black youth?
No.
You don't see them a threat to black children?
No, we're a threat to ourselves.
So the white man is up.
We a threat to ourselves, so we the ones giving our kids vaccines and turning them the fuck out. You see what I'm saying? We the ones feeding our kids poison. Well, I mean, we're the ones that's planting and supplying poison for us to feed our kids that shit, man. You see what I'm saying? We're the ones that's indoctrinating our children that slavery didn't exist inside of America, inside the school system, right? Right.
The hook in your baham.
It's what you make
So you,
like.
thank you, sister. Can I ask you one question, sis? Revolution? Towards white
Let me
people?
get this last one on here.
Okay, thank you. Do you see white people a threat to black people? Yeah, I do. So you see what the white boy said. The white boy said that the white man is the enemy. I hope you peep that. Stop trying to challenge me talking about 99.9% of our women is not misguided.
Now, let me show you the dangers of this shit. All right? Because this here woman is going to have a child.
And
It's going to be this guy. If he's a boy,
I know if you go to God and ask him, he will forgive you.
you see his spirit inside of him is like, what the fuck is going on here? But that flesh, he been brainwashed. He's them demons on him. All right? We all know this case.
And I don't think anyone could say it. Again, I'm speaking for myself, not even bad for my family.
Getting tight around the
I know
collar.
that's exactly what both of them would want you to do. And the best would be can I give her a hug, please?
Here it is. Can I give her a hug, please?
And the best would be give your life to Christ. Again, I love you as a person.
How do you love somebody that's showing you continuous hate your whole life? Homeboy's brother was slain by this here woman that he's finna go over here and console and hug the fucking enemy. Like, this is a scenario. This is not a generalization. Like, in general, so-called white people as a whole, they the damn devil. But this is a one-on-one case where this bitch actually killed your brother. Is she not the enemy? Your brother would still be here if the enemy didn't come in like a flood and goddamn mow your brother down. But yet and still, nah, she ain't there. I want to forgive the enemy, whatever, whatnot. They don't forgive you. You see what I'm saying? They don't forgive you at all.
And I don't wish anything bad on you. I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please?
I want to hug the goddamn enemy. One more little clip.
Crazy.
And now, like I was saying, all you just seen all these so-called black women talking about that the so-called white man ain't the enemy. But yet and still, every time they get into a situation like this, they want to start boo-hoo crying. They want to be consoled by some fucking man. Like, bitch, you gonna die out there, man. This is a rude awakening for your monkey ass. You finna just die out here alone. You gonna die a grievous death, man. And it's gonna be hilarious, man. You gonna die a fucking grievous death, man. All right, for all the shitting on Yahweh and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's name, man. All right, because what Yahushua did on the cross, man, is not to be taken lightly, man. All right, but yet and still you're like, nah, that ain't the enemy. So you want to stay here with the enemy. Yahushua paid his life for you to fucking be redeemed up out of this place, man. All right, but you want to stay here with the goddamn enemy, man. The Most High is finna put these niggas into captivity up under you, make them serve 1,000 years up under you, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to repay them back for all the shit that they done to you. But you said, nah, I don't want that. I want to continue to live up under this here oppression, man. All right, but wait. Every time scenarios like this happen, you want people to march and take up on your side or whatever, whatnot.
Stupid fucking nigger. Okay. Get it that time? I did. You said
And he's not right. He's not wrong. She is a stupid fucking nigger, right? What the point is, she's stupid as fuck. Because these are the same people who don't think, I guarantee you a week before this, maybe a day before this, maybe an hour before this, she didn't think that, you could have asked her the same question. You think the so-called white man is the enemy? Nah, I don't think so. No. We are our own enemy. But then after this, you'll probably say that this one dude. Some people have hatred in their heart. All of them do. Only some of them going to show it to you out openly. And really, these type of so-called white people are way more respectable, and, you know, they way more highly appreciated than some of these other goddamn Edomites. Because this Edomite is letting you know yeah, I'm an Edomite, goddamn it, I hate you niggas, man. This is who I am. This is in my blood. I have that perpetual hatred for your ass. Versus that slick slot type that's like, no, we want to help you out, like in the housing crisis thing. You know, we want to give you these subprime mortgages, then raise the rates, and now you done lost every goddamn thing. But we was trying to help you.
right here. Wow, y'all. I didn't even do anything.
And see, I didn't even do anything. I don't know why this is happening to me. Because you a motherfucking Israelite, and that's a motherfucking Edomite. And there's a perpetual hatred between Esau and Jacob. All right? This is your motherfucking enemy. But you don't see that until this type of shit happens. But it's too late. Now, you got lucky right there, because if this Edomite would have just blasted on your ass, you would have had to learn after death by pain, and you would have realized then, oh shit, this nigga was the enemy the whole time. I was playing with a motherfucking venomous snake the whole fucking time, and this nigga didn't bit my ass, man.
Didn't even do anything, y'all. This man right here.
And see, now she wants sympathy. I didn't even do anything, y'all. Oh, I need some sympathy. I need y'all. I'm gonna videotape this guy. I want you guys to come and stand up for me. Ain't nobody coming to stand for you, because when we was telling you who the fuck the enemy was, we was the enemy to you. And no. We are number one enemy. It ain't the so-called white man. He ain't the enemy. He ain't the problem.
This man right here. Yep. Right here. Called me a fucking nigger. Oh my gosh.
Now, the problem with this is, in her mind, he thought she was supposed to call her a god. That's what these goddamn black women, we gods and goddesses or whatever, whatnot. If you don't respect me as a goddess, I'm going to call the police. Who the fuck is the police? Is these Edomites, man. You see what I'm saying? Esau put you up on top. Yeah, you reigning over here in Babylon, but you reigning up under Esau. So, you're not over top of Esau in this bitch. You might be over top of us, but you ain't, not the men of the Lord, but, you know, the males of Israel in general. But you're not over top of Esau, man. He's still your slave master, bro. And every once in a while, he gonna show you them damn devil horns, all right?
This is what we living in today. This is what we are living in today.
This is what we've been living in since we got over here, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just surprised that today was the day you found this shit out. You know what I'm saying? But that's that blindness that's over our people's eyes. But they don't think that, you know, the so-called white man is the enemy. She didn't raise her kids up to treat everybody fair and equal and so on and so forth. When the rest of the world don't treat you fair and equal. We treat it like the bottom of the barrel, man. You go inside these goddamn gas stations in your neighborhoods. You got the Arabs talking shit to you. The East Indians talking shit to you. The Chinese talking shit to you. You go get your nails done, they talking shit to you. You see what I'm saying? You the bottom of the barrel in this bitch, man. And you think that everybody equal, man.
I'm gonna record this whole thing. Never call this man on his name. Never call this.
But, oh, I'm gonna record him. What the fuck is... The recording is only bringing shame to your own name, stupid motherfucker. Then you almost hit this guy. Because... Come on, that's your defense. I'm going to record him. But it's really bringing shame unto you.
Man on his name or anything. Never called him out his name or anything. Wow. I got his license plate. I got his truck.
None of that shit's going to help you. None of that shit's going to help you. Let's grab some scriptures, man. All right. This is Isaiah 3:1. For behold, behold, the Lord of hosts, doth take it away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay of the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water, the mighty man, the man of war, the judge, the prophet, and the prudent, and the ancient. Meaning, how do I say this? This stability of our nation. All right. The pillars of strength of our nation. All right. Dealing with the men, the wise men, the ancient men, the ones that was in you know, basically in righteousness, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't going off, all right? But now, let me jump down. Verse 4. And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them. All right, now, going into this, you know what I'm saying? Twofold. The women of our nation right now, well, I'll get on to that in a second. But nevertheless, you got a young generation coming up now. Because their mothers didn't teach them, like we just saw the whole video, you know what I'm saying, of all these different women that are of age to be having children and raising their children up. They don't think the so-called white man is the enemy. So what do you think they teaching their children? All right, now when these children get up and grow older, what do you think the doctrine is going to be being pushed around? No, we should all be inclusive, love everybody, we're all equal, so on and so forth. That's why it's a lot harder for us to wake up some of this younger generation now, you know what I'm saying, that hadn't been taught about slavery. We came over here to work or whatever, whatnot, or so on and so forth. They didn't indoctrinated them. Now you have these children growing up because why? They ain't been naturally taught, you know, the right from wrong from the beginning. Because why? Like we just read up here at the top, man, the Most High took away the mighty men, the man of war, the judge, the prophet, and the prudent, and the ancient. Meaning the men of our nations who had some goddamn common sense. All right, not no cucks in our nation or whatever, whatnot. Like in today's modern day times, would be the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Our mind state versus these stupid ass, this dude, John Bolton's brother, man. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of the men of the Lord or the people, like, The minute of the Lord mind state now, like you see the prophets now, they took away that mind state and gave us the Gene Bolton state, man. Now you have these type of men ruling over us, man. All right? Let me jump down again. This is verse 12. Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. All right? O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy path. All right? So you have the women, again, like I was saying, the heads of the household nowadays are these women, all right? Because they the ones took, like the Adam and Eve situation, man. They took the goddamn devil's doctrine and his philosophy and ate of that shit, and it destroyed all of us, man. All right? That's how we all got fucked up to begin with, listening to these goddamn women, having these women ruling over us, man. Women ain't supposed to usurp authority over a man because they emotional and they can be easily beguiled by another man, all right? They want to start following after whatever make them feel good. And Esau will give you some shit to make you feel good, but then he'll wind up taking your ass away with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't really like us because why? Hey, we'll give you the straight skinny, man. It's straight no chaser, man. It's going to sound rough and rugged, but it is what it is, man. I mean, I ain't going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm going to just tell you, look, man, your ass is funky. You need to go in there and take a bath. That's showing you real love, so I don't just be like, nah, everything all cool. You know, like you might have some food or some shit in your teeth. You know what I'm saying? A booger hanging out your nose or whatever, whatnot. A true friend like, hey, cuz, you got something in your teeth, cuz. Or you got a booger hanging out your nose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a little embarrassing or whatever, whatnot, but that's showing some true love. But what? Trying to be so-called nice and polite and, well, I don't want to embarrass him and being all emotional about it. Guess what? He going to be walking around looking, you know, got a booger in his nose and shit in his teeth, talking to people, whatever, whatnot. I'm like, cuz, why didn't you tell me? I ain't want to hurt your feelings. Yeah, I would have been a little embarrassed, but now I ain't got to be embarrassed from walking around all goddamn day like this, man. All right? Isaiah 3 and 12 again. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Again, going into these women ruling over them. And they also got the mind state of little children, man. These women nowadays, it's like a little child, man. You tell them one thing or whatever, they can't get their way. I was watching a video the other day about this Edomite, these two Edomites, and the chick was screaming because she couldn't get her way. She wanted to go to the beach. She wanted to go get some cigarettes. And she wanted to go to the lake and go get some cigarettes. So she couldn't decide one of the two. She wanted, well, I want some cigarettes. Well, take me to the lake then. Well, how come I can't have it my way? They like children, man. They don't get their way. They want to start crying and pouting over all kind of different things, man. All right, and that's what you got going on right now instead of being logical. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes for men, like, well, shit, I just can't get it right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to sit here and make a big deal about it. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, let me continue on. Oh, yeah. This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, 12. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10 through 13. It says, never trust thy enemy. All right. So how the fuck can you even keep this commandment if you don't even know who your enemy is? All right. The commandment is not to trust this person. But if you don't know who this person is, how can you even keep this commandment? Never trust thy enemy. All right. First of all, you have to know who your enemy is. Who the one's doing the most damage to your people, man? All right. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So, I mean, you know, I like to say, look, bro, you can trust your enemy. You know, my aunt taught me this at one point in time, you know, in life from dealing with certain people. You know what I'm saying? Why you always let this person let you down or whatever, whatnot? Why don't you trust them to be exactly who they're going to be, man? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you know, a fire. You know, you might not know which way the fire is going to go, whatever, whatnot. But one thing you can tell about the fire is going to burn up whatever's in its path. You know, you could trust that it's going to do whatever it's going to do, man. You know what I'm saying? So the same way, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So iron's going to rust, all right? So is his wickedness. He going to always be wicked. So if you're going to trust the goddamn enemy, trust his ass to be the goddamn wicked. Trust him to goddamn fuck you over and be the wicked, the damn devil that he is. That's the only way you can trust him to be anything, all right? Just goddamn being a damn devil. Anything beyond that, you really at a loss. You see what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to I think he might do, but no, this nigga's going to always be wicked. He can't change, bro. That's just what he was programmed to be. All right, so if you're going to trust him on anything, trust him to be the fucking devil. Anything beyond that, you at a losing battle. You can't trust him on shit. All right? It says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself, all right, just like in the market crash of the housing situation, he humbled himself. Yeah, we want to get you niggas in some better houses. We're going to give you what we call subprime mortgages. You know, prime is the good shit, but we're going to give you less than good shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Jake don't know no better. Then they wind up losing off on everything. But though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wipest a looking glass, and thou knowest that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. All right. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my word and be pricked there within. All right. So basically, look, bro, don't be having this, don't be walking hand in hand with this nigga, because as soon as he get that opportunity, he gonna fuck you over, bro. That's just what it's like, man. That's it, like they say, it's just business. You know what? Nothing personal. It's just business. That's the fucking devil, man. All right. We have compassion on our people, man. We on certain things, man. We be like, you know what? I ain't finna fuck them over like that. And when you see our people doing this shit, they got this from Esau. Why? Because they didn't got fucked over so many times, man. I did what I was supposed to do multiple times over, did it all right and everything, this and that, and they still fucked me over. They still fucked me over. Well, I guess that's the way of the world. I'm gonna just start doing it to everybody else. But no, this is the way of the so-called white man. Don't bring this nigga close to you, because he gonna wind up taking your shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You put your money into his bank, he find a way to start siphoning some of the money up out of there, man. You was way better off with the money in your own house. But yeah, you know, it's a lot safer for you to have your money in the bank instead of in your wallet or in your house, whatever, whatnot, where people can steal it. Like, yeah, I mean, that's what you telling me. It sound good, but then every time I check, I got to pay a damn a service fee or whatever, you know, all these types of fees. So y'all the ones taking all my money. My money was actually safe in my wallet, bro. I never really had nobody take my damn wallet and all my money. If anything, that's a one-time thing that's going to happen versus y'all taking this every time I swipe my card. You see what I'm saying? Verse 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent, or such as come not wild beast? All right, so just like that you know, the lady in the car that was like, oh, he called me a nigger and I'm sad. Man, who give a fuck, man? Hey, that homeboy should have put your ass to death. He was actually being nice to your ass, man, but he should have put you to death. And who gonna really give a fuck about that? Because you over here walking hand in hand with the damn devil, thinking that he ain't the goddamn devil. You think that he ain't the enemy and shit. You think everything is all fine and dandy, everything is all good or whatever, whatnot. Nah, he ain't the problem. So-called black man is the problem. But the so-called black man ain't rolling around calling you a goddamn nigger or stupid nigger. He ain't doing that shit making you cry like that. No, man. That ain't the situation. But nevertheless, you want to sit there and be all heartbroken now after the fact. But what was you raising your kids up to do? Are you seeing John Bolton's brother? No, I want to give her a hug. You done already did the damage now, man. What do you think he gonna wind up getting with a soft ass woman who believe the same ass shit? They gonna raise their kids up like that, and this perpetual cycle gonna continue on going. If we was in a carnal situation, we know salvation is not at hand, but you know, just speaking in the carnal sense, this shit would keep going on. If it wasn't for the Most High, bro, we would be destroyed, man. Because this type of shit will be perpetuated on and out until all the righteous men be all depleted, man. All right. And these are the type of women you trying to get with. All these women out here is all defiled, but these are the, you know, desiring a woman. These are the fucking mind states of these people, man. All right. Let me go from there. I'm going to close out real shortly. This is Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it. Now, how is this woman, this is an Israelite woman. How is an Israelite woman become an enemy of the Most High? Again, the shit we was just watching. Nah, they ain't the enemy now. Nah, that's racist if we make them bow down. This is that. What are you really saying? They ain't, you know, they ain't the number one enemy, so on and so forth. Well, the Most High put these people over top of you. He brought the enemy up against you because you broke the law, statutes, commandments. This is your punishment. But you want to have the enemy still reigning over you. The curses say that no man was going to buy you or redeem you, but Yahweh Shah was the one that was going to deliver you up out of this. So he came, he sacrificed his life on the cross. He did all of this to redeem you up out of this situation, but yet and still, you know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't our number one enemy. Nah, we shouldn't be teaching that. We should be teaching love, and everybody is all equal. So you want to be equal with the so-called white man, but he don't see you as equal to him. You still up under his foot, man. All right? So you at odds with the Most High, because the Most High is trying to bring that separation between Jacob and Esau finally, and eradicate Esau, man, and punish him for all his wickedness that he's been doing to our people, man. But yet and still, our people don't want to acknowledge the fact of what Esau has done to our people. Don't think that. I'm going to grab a scripture after this. Oh, let me go back to this. This is, where is it at? Daniel chapter 12 and 9. No, it's not 12 and 9. It's probably 9 and 12. Yeah, Daniel chapter 9 and verse 12. And he have confirmed his word, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us by bringing up upon us a great evil, which is these curses and ultimately Esau. All right. For it's under the whole heaven. All right. Under the whole heaven, everything under the sun, moon, and the stars. All right. All of history. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done unto Jerusalem. All right, so look, these Edomites, all right, or in all these other nations, they've done the worst things worse ever unto you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and yet you still don't think that you have a goddamn enemy, man. All right, so going back to Micah chapter 7 and 10, it says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which saith unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? So as we out here telling you the so-called white man is the devil, he going into slavery, and a lot of our women don't want to be with us or think that we racist, and oh nah, fuck all that. Y'all with them Hebrew Israelites, we ain't with that. Slovakia. We ain't with that. Y'all racist. Y'all on some old fuck shit. Y'all gotta, y'all spreading all these negative vibes and whatever. Nah, positive vibes only. All right. So basically, you at odds and an enemy with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and his servants, man. All right. So when the Lord come back to destroy the enemy, Esau, and put his ass into captivity, where you think you gonna be at? All right. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. That's why 2/3 got to be cut off on this side and die, man. They're gonna have to learn after by death, by pain. All right. It says, Micah 7 and 10, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which saith unto me. All right. Now, just like we seen in that video, oh, why is he calling me a nigger, and so on and so forth. That's that shame starting to cover her ass. She's trying, oh, wait a minute. I thought that we was cool. Why are you doing me like this? Now, if you had it in your mind that this was the goddamn enemy and shit like that, you'd be like, yeah, I expect you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we be out there preaching on the highways and the byways and we see the devil come up and being a damn devil, you see it all the time. They come up at us, shit, not last week, the week before last, goddamn Edomite tried to swing on us and spit on us and shit like that because he was cutting spirit. Ain't nobody jump forward to try to hit this motherfucker or nothing like that. If it get all out of hand, then yeah, we put him in a place. But overall, this is the damn devil. This is what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, like as Iron Rusted, never trust thy enemy. I trusted you to do this. This is what I believe you was going to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? Anything less than that, I would be questioning myself like, maybe this ain't no Edomite. This might actually be a Jake. His spirit ain't like a regular Edomite. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, this the fuck is going to happen. All right? It says, she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which saith unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the streets. So again, homegirl got off lightly with him just calling her a stupid nigger and shit. You be lucky that homeboy didn't just blast your ass in the goddamn street and get away with it, man. Go home and eat some Cheerios, go to court about it and get let off because he was in fear of his life. He was scared that she was going to kill him, so he just blasted your ass. And he got a right to do that because this is their kingdom right now, man. All right? This is the book of Luke. Luke chapter 1 and verse 68. Because, our people, especially a lot of these women who go to church, believe that they all saved. And they don't know what the fuck they trying to be saved from, man. All right? We're going to be saved so we don't go to hell. Bitch, you living in hell right now. You don't even realize that shit. Luke 1 and 68. Blessed be Yahweh power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. All right? Brought them back. He has raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. Talking about Yahushua, all right? He went and paid the price with his life, all right, to redeem us up out of this here curse from being up under the hands of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right? And he spake by his mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. And that's who we are right now, telling you the same ass thing, whether you like it or you don't like it. It sound bad, the so-called white man, the devil, he going into slavery and so on and so forth. You don't like that, but that's what the Most High say, man. That's what these scriptures say. And you talking about you being saved and don't even know what you about to be saved from. This is what the Most High finna save you from, this goddamn reprobate, and put his ass into captivity. That's what's finna happen. That's the kingdom of heaven. You finna be reigning over top of these niggas. All right? And he hath raised up the horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved. Now, this is the definition of being saved, you stupid motherfuckers who go to church and this Christianity shit, we're gonna be saved. No. It says that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Now, who the fuck is our enemies and who the fuck hates us? You think that everybody just is all loving, we all one another, whatever, whatnot, but you don't see that your people's getting gunned down until it actually happened to you. You want to videotape it and get some sympathy views on the internet and shit like that. Nah, hell no, man. You know what I'm saying? You should well know who the fuck your enemy is by now. We're at the end of our captivity, man. We at the time where Yahweh is going to send Yahushua to goddamn destroy this nigga for all the shit that he done to us, man. We at the end all be all. We at the end of the fucking movie, and you still trying to figure out who the main character of the movie is, man. The main character of the movie, Batman and already done destroyed the Joker and shit like that. You still trying to figure out who the good guy and who the bad guy is, and the credits is rolling and shit now. You done missed the whole goddamn movie, all right? It says, Luke 1 and 71, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. All right. And so that's going into what salvation is, you know, being saved from our damn enemies, man. All right. Let me grab one more and we're going to close out here. This is Psalms 44 and 4. Thou art my king, O Yahweh. Command deliverance for Jacob. All right. Let me grab some real quick because where's that at? Just to the point. Jeremiah 30 and 7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. But he shall be saved out of it. Now, Jacob's trouble is really only to fucking knock off these 2/3, to kill off 2/3 of our people, man. Because this is the spirit that they in. So they're going to wind up having to die on this side, all right? So the majority of our people going to die because they're not going to wake up to who the fuck the enemy is. They're going to run right into the goddamn booby trap. Take the RFID chip and get mowed the fuck down in martial law and shit like that, starved to death. They're going to die of a grievous death, man. 2/3 of our people, man. All right? But it says, but he shall be saved out of it. He that shall be saved out of it is going to be the elect, 144,000 and 1/3. Come up hither, my people. All right? Come out of her, my people. You know what I'm saying? This is talking about the elect being saved and beamed up. All right. So going back to Psalms 44 and 4. Thou art my king, O Yahweh. Command deliverance for Jacob. All right. That's when he's talking about the elect gonna be delivered out. But what? The 2/3 gonna wind up being cut off and die. It says, through thee we will push down our enemies. Through thy name we will tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. All right, so we're not going to be looking at carnal sense, our guns, doomsday prepping and shit like that, man. That's not what's going to save us. It's going to be Yahweh through his name, all right? It says, but thou hast saved us from our enemies and has put them to shame that hate us. So there are people that hate us and there are our enemies, all right? One more scripture just to get who hates us. Oh, shit, I could have got it here. This is Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right. So Esau hates Jacob, and his plan and plot is to kill Jacob. All right. He's been doing this the whole time. So let me grab two more scripts real quick. Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right. Ezekiel 35 and is it 5? I don't want to grab. Yeah, Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time of their iniquity had an end. All right. So this is what's going on. This is what the Most High. And one more scripture. I'm closing out with this one. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. All right. Therefore, all that devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So, all in all, we have an enemy, somebody that hates us, who had a perpetual hatred for us, that's been killing us from the jump street, man. But you have 2/3 of our people, mainly starting with these women, because they're the ones raising up the children, all right, that's perpetuating this whole situation, all right, that's training our children up that they don't have an enemy, that the so-called white man is not the damn devil. We all equal, we all fair. Our main enemy is basically so-called black men. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, I don't trust that nigga. It's a bunch of black men killing each other and selling drugs to our people. We the number one enemy to ourselves, man. But yet instead of so-called white man, he God to them. He can't do no wrong in their eyes, man. So the Most High is about to say, look, we're going to cut off 2/3 of our, he's going to cut off 2/3 of his people because they don't want to hearken unto the Lord. They don't want to come back to salvation. They want to be blinded. They the ones still say, hey, look, let his blood be on our hands and on our children's hands. So they're going to, you know, Yahweh Shah's blood didn't redeem them at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to, you know, Yahweh Shah was the sacrifice to redeem what? The elect. Really, ultimately, all of Israel. But, you know, the elect at this point in time on this go around. All right. His blood covered the 144,000 in the elect. The 2/3, they're going to have to, you know, they're going to have to basically be their own sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? They're going to die on this side. They're going to have to spill their own blood for it. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Shah's blood's not covering them for this. Ultimately, they're going to be born back into the kingdom in righteousness. But, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to receive this here salvation, all right? So they're not going to get it, man. But if you in this here mind state, you don't know who the damn enemy is at this point in time, man, you need to wake the fuck up or get mowed the fuck down, man. All right? Because, again, we at the end of the Batman movie and shit. The credits are starting to roll. You know, the last scene is fading into darkness. You know what I'm saying? The names and whoever was in the movie is starting to roll up the screen. And you still trying to figure out who the good guy and who the bad guy. Which one of these guys is Batman again? Who the good guy, who the bad guy? Like, you done missed the whole goddamn movie. Now, I mean, the shit's over with. Now, you just gonna have to watch the whole shit over again, man. You're gonna have to wait your turn to it to come back on TV and then watch it again, man. All right? So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you. I can push in this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Till next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.